What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. And today we're going to be reviewing the Under Armour Curry D-Fox 1.
I just fell in love again. Looking at you in your mother's hands. That made me feel like.
Starting this off, I'll talk about the sizing and the price. The sizing, I can recommend that you guys go your true to size. If you guys are wide footers, I would tell you guys go up half a size. Just for the extra bit of not toe space, but the extra bit of space around the size of your foot. Toe space is going to be good. When I go true to size, my toe isn't going to hit the toe box or anything like that. So I am going to have a good amount of space at my toes. But like I said, if you're a wide footer, I would tell you guys go up half a size just so you have a little bit of extra space. One thing I did notice, but it did go away, I did find some discomfort on the sides here. As I told you guys, as you keep hooping in them or shooting around, it is going to break away. But at first, some of you guys may feel a little bit of discomfort, but I'm telling you guys, it will go away. Pricing for the D-Fox 1 is going to be $120, and that's usually along the lines where you want your first signature athlete shoe, like around 110 to 130, so that's really good. Also, I have links down below to officially cop this shoe from Dick's Sporting Goods, Under Armour, and I believe they're also sold on Champs, but I have links down below for you guys, so if you guys like what you hear, you guys can go ahead and cop this shoe. Moving on to the style of the D-Fox 1, and I'm going to give these a 9 out of 10. I mean, looking at this colorway, looking at how these colors just mesh together and how vibrant it is, I mean, how could you not give this a 9 out of 10? It's an amazing colorway, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm surprised, at least for now, that we don't have a Dragon Ball Z colorway, because I don't know if a lot of you guys know about De'Aaron Fox. He's a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and so am I, and I'll show some of you guys some of his Dragon Ball Z inspired customs wore throughout the season. Maybe, I think more so last year in the season, he had a lot of Dragon Ball Z inspired colorways. I'd be lying if I said it don't kind of remind me like a Goku fit, you feel me? If y'all know Goku, y'all know he got the blue orange, so I'd be surprised if this wasn't a little bit of inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, but nonetheless, that's how I knew the styling of the D-Fox 1. This debut colorway was great because I had about 12 people ask me whose shoe this is, what shoe is this, vibrant colorway on it. It catches a lot of people's eyes, and that's what you like as a hooper, at least for me. When I go to the basketball court, I want to stand out, and I like shoes that are gonna be eye-catching. I could easily get like a white black shoe, basic colorway, but that ain't what we do. That ain't what I do. I like vibrancy, and I like shoes that stand out. As far as the materials that are in these shoes, once you guys look at the description of it, it doesn't really say what materials are really inside this shoe, but I know that there's gonna be mesh on the overlay. I know that back here is gonna be a little bit leather. And one of my favorite parts about the shoe is you got like a little fox fur here, just something creative for D-Fox. And also I believe this is a fox foot. I want to say, correct me on that, but I believe that could be a fox's foot. But like I said, I like the little inspirations they added in with the fox fur and the fox foot right here. Materials inside the shoe feel good. So yes, if you guys are looking for a really nice style and a debut colorway, I'm telling y'all, these D-Fox 1s definitely tough. Up next, as a lot of you guys already know, we have my favorite category, which is the cushion, and I'm going to give these a 9 out of 10. If you guys take this shoe outside the box, you guys are going to notice it is lightweight. I mean, it's D-Fox. He's the quickest player in the league, so you guys already know the shoe is going to be lightweight. And also, you guys are going to get a good forefoot flexion. I barely had to put any force back there for you guys to see how good the forefoot flexion is. Once I do put force, you guys can see. Once there is a good forefoot flexion inside of the shoe, especially if the cushion setup is good like this, you guys are going to notice you guys are going to get that pop and spring out the balls of your feet. One thing I did notice with a shoe that doesn't have good forefoot flexion, even if the cushion is good, you guys are still going to get a little bit of spring, but you guys aren't going to get that pop and spring. Like I tell you guys all the time, it doesn't matter if a shoe has a good forefoot flexion, as long as the cushion is good, everything's okay. If the cushion is bad, no matter if the forefoot flexion is good or stiff, the cushion is going to be bad. So no matter how you get around it, the cushion setup has to be good. The cushion setup inside the D-Fox 1 is going to be UA Flow, so alongside with a TPE sock liner for low compression, basically for energy return. And just like in the Curry 8, since this was introduced, UA Flow has been a great cushion setup. One thing I love about the cushion setup inside the Curry brand is you guys are going to feel a little bit of bounce, or you guys are going to feel the most importance is in the force protection. You guys are jumping and landing, they feel great. They're nice, soft, and comfortable, like I mentioned to you guys earlier, with a little bit of bounce. So if you guys are a slasher, you guys are going to love this shoe cushion wise. If you have any other type of play style, you guys are also going to love this shoe cushion wise. One thing I will say too about this shoe brand specifically, can't say they do make great lifestyle shoes. I remember I had my Curry 8s and I couldn't really wear them on the court anymore because the traction pattern started to deteriorate a little bit or weather away. But once I took it as a lifestyle shoe and I went to work in them, walked around in them, I felt great. So if you're somebody that has foot pain, jumper's knee, soreness in your leg or anything like that, for a basketball standpoint, you guys are going to feel great cushion wise inside these. Moving on to the traction pattern of the D-Fox 1, I'm going to give these a 7.5 out of 10. And listen, I want to tell you guys one thing about the traction pattern for the Curry brand. It is the hardest thing to calculate and to figure out what I want to do, because I feel like if they went with a rubber traction pattern outsole, I'm telling y'all, the shoe would be in so much top tier conversations. Since it is more of a foam like traction pattern, foam does weather away over time. If you guys are planning on this shoe to last with you guys for like 9 months, it's not really going to last you guys 9 months, especially if you hoop a lot. If you hoop a lot and play inside these shoes, I'm telling y'all, I'm promising y'all, you guys are going to have like a guaranteed 3 to 4 months inside this shoe, hooping in it consistently because the foam is gonna weather away. The traction pattern isn't bad. You guys are tacking on the basket, using lateral movements, stuff like that. You guys are gonna stick and move really well. Traction pattern on the DFOX 1 isn't bad. If you guys play on a high level court like an NBA, college, pristine court, you guys are gonna get a really good grip and bite. If you guys play on a semi-dusty court like I'm sure most of us, LA Fitness, 24-hour Fitness, YMCA's, rec gyms, these are still gonna perform good. But if you guys play on a very dusty court, or if your AC in your gym is off, I'm telling y'all, do not wear this. Even if you guys want to hoop with this outside, no, this is not an outside performer. The asphalt is going to eat away at this foam-like traction outsole. So do not hoop with these outside. It is not worth it. Do not waste your money. Don't do it. So like I said, if the gym you guys are in and the AC's off, don't do it. Or if it's very, very dusty, it's always going to be a tough issue for me with the Curry brand outsole is because, and that's always going to be a tough issue for me with the Curry brand outsole is because if this was rubber, I'm telling y'all, this shoe would be in top tier conversations. The Curry brand outsoles would be in top tier conversations as a shoe. But since it is foam, it weathers away very quickly and it doesn't always give you guys the best grip and bite on semi-dusty court. So for me, until they change the traction outsole, of the Curry brand, I feel like it'll always be a double-edged sword. It's gonna be good, but at the same time, it's not gonna be good. The other reviews I watch that say it's good, there's other ones that say it's bad, and there's other ones that's like me, that's more between in the middle. Make it rubber, keep the same cushion setup, but you know, make the traction outsole rubber. Play styles I feel like this shoe traction-wise benefits the best is Crafty Scores. Pretty much other play styles as well, but I feel like the two best is Crafty and Scores. The one I feel like the least is gonna perform with the best is Shifty. So hopefully I wasn't confusing for you guys talking about the traction pattern. Just know it's a confuser. So hopefully I wasn't confusing for you guys while talking about the traction pattern. Just know that's how hard it was. Last on the list, we had the support of the DFOX 1, and I'm gonna give these an 8 out of 10. Inside the shoe, you guys are gonna get a decent amount of padding on the ankle bone and Achilles heel. And also inside the tongue, you guys are gonna get a good amount of padding. Now, I am surprised to know that this shoe is gonna give you a decent amount of padding. Just because I know De'Aaron Fox is quick, I thought I would have got a little bit more inside the shoe, but regardless, it isn't bad or anything like that. But like I mentioned before in the sizing, you guys may find some discomfort around the ankle. It's not a stiff shoe or anything like that, but I think once you guys start shooting around a little bit, probably like 5 to 10 minutes, it does then go away. But at first, some of you guys may feel a little bit of discomfort there. Also, the strapping on the shoe for the DFOX 1, I did feel it add a little bit more snuggability around that foot, so that does feel pretty good. And once you guys tie this shoe to the tightest, it is going to be nice and snug around the ankle. It's not going to be too tight, but at the same time, it's not going to be too loose. It's just going to give you guys that right feel. So if you guys, like I said, if you're crafty, flash at the basket or anything like that, your foot and your ankle isn't going to move around at all in the support of this shoe. Ending it off with the ranking of the DFOX 1, I'm going to give these a B+. And every time I rank a Curry shoe, I'm telling y'all they're either at a B, B+, and these shoes have the potential to be an A-, but y'all gotta change the outsole for me. Just one time. I love the colorway and the vibrancy of it. Cushion is the best category about this shoe. You guys are gonna get a really good amount of, great amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. You guys are gonna get some bounce, so forefoot flexion is good. The shoe is gonna be lightweight, and also this can transition for a great lifestyle shoe. So if you have foot pain, jumpers knees, shin splits, soreness in your legs, if you walk on your feet all day, if you even like to run outside, shoe can translate great off the court. But one thing I do notice about this shoe, you guys are gonna slip a little bit if it's very dusty, even if it's a little bit semi-dusty. For me, the worst part about this shoe is the fact that this weathers away. So I give you guys like 3 to 4 months consistently hooping inside this shoe. Before I let you guys go, I do have 2 videos that I will drop, top 10 shoes of 2024, and also my basketball sneaker shoe awards. So expect that before January 1st. And if I can't give it to you January 1st, I'm gonna give it to you on January 1st. I always appreciate you guys for tuning in, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'm gonna have Chauncey send us out, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.
Got anything you want to add to it, Chauncey?
What? That's your end intro?
Yeah, just the end intro.
Thank you for guys watching today's video. See you next in today's video. Bye.